Well, despite a loss at the polls, the push for affordable housing won't end. That's the word from advocates. Thanks so much for joining us at 6. I'm Tanya O'Rourke.
And I'm Craig McKee. Issue 3 failed handedly last night. The proposed charter amendment would have required the city of Cincinnati to allocate $50 million annually toward affordable housing. The city said it would have been catastrophic to the budget. Advocates, though, say the fight for affordable housing isn't over yet. Our Marielle Carbone explains how the loss is still a big step forward.
Well, even though issue 3 failed, some city leaders say it was still a success, and that's because it put added pressure on City Hall to actually act, with some city leaders already putting out new plans and proposals to find a solution here and move forward. It's now a wrap on issue 3, and voters said no. But that doesn't mean the need to fund affordable housing goes away.
We have an obligation as city leaders to do something about this problem. And if we don't do something to solve it, shame on us.
Cincinnati City Councilwoman Jan Michelle Kearney is a strong advocate for affordable housing. She says though issue 3 failed, it was still a success because of the awareness it brought to the public and the pressure it put on council.
There is a lot of pressure right now, which is good. It's good pressure. It's pressure that something has to be done.
She says council is looking at options to fund the city's current affordable housing trust fund, from investments by financial institutions to money from the American Rescue Plan. Plus,
because it was an unfunded mandate, I think you saw it lose overwhelmingly.
Councilmember Chris Seelbach is now proposing another charter amendment, this time for the November ballot, which would increase the city's earnings tax by 0.1%. That money would be dedicated to affordable housing. He estimates it could bring in about $20 million.
I think 0.1 is something people can get behind. It's not a huge increase. Our taxes are still going to be the lowest of any major city in Ohio, but it would really make a big difference.
It'll take a 6-person vote on council to make it on the ballot.
That pressure is always what moves the needle in creating change.
Joelle Newman is with Cincinnati Action for Housing Now, which was behind issue 3. She says the group feels hopeful despite the loss. They plan to build on this momentum, closing the chapter on issue 3 and turning the page to what's next.
I would say our next steps are directly with our main goal, which is proper oversight of the fund, and then revenue sources. So consistent revenue sources that we know that we can depend on.
And you can expect for this issue to continue being part of the discussion in the mayoral race as we look forward to November, as well as the race for city council. Reporting in Over the Rhine, I'm Marielle Carbone, WCPO 9 News.